I'm sure I don't have to tell you guys that this morning's session was absolute garbage. I don't know what that price movement was. I took a fair value gap setup. I was so incredibly confident in it, and it didn't work out, but that's okay. I think I know what I did wrong, or I think I know. Yeah, I think I know like what my just where we can improve on days like this, or just don't even trade when like the range is less than 100 points. That's an idea as well. But I do like a little analysis after the trade, so stick around for that to hear my thoughts and let me know if you think that those thoughts are correct, because I don't know, I'm just making assumptions based on what I see. We'll have to try them in the future on other chop days like this. So yeah, enjoy the video. Thanks for your guys' support as always, and talk to you later. Yeah, I think this is the one to play. Go back up into the on the 5-minute, go back up into the new day opening gap. Get a short around 94. Stop at 5. Put at 515, somewhere around there. It's very tempting to jump into this short right here, but that's not the setup. The setup is a strong move with a fair value gap, and then the market comes back up to that fair value gap. So yeah, this could continue going down, but that's not part of the plan, so we're not going to take it. Got our order in. If it happens, it happens. If not, then that wasn't the setup. It would make sense for markets to come back up into that gap, because then that would effectively create a gap, a fair value gap on the 15-minute chart, which would be about half of, like 50% of the move that just happened on the 15-minute. If that makes any sense. So right around there, 500, 503. Well, we're in one. I mean, this could just be one of those ones that just retraces the whole move that just happened, but we'll see. What did I just say? Did I just tell you guys that we were going to come back up into the 501, 503-ish? I don't want to target this new day opening gap from yesterday, at least the top of it, 68. I don't know if that's reasonable. We got to get through all these lows though. We could mess around up here for a little while, just because if this fair value gap holds on the 15-minute, I mean, we got to wait for this 15-minute candle to be done, so we still got 6 more minutes. Then we could have like another, choppy candle up here and another one. That's a lot of time. I don't know what we're doing wrong with, I mean, maybe that's just one of those times that setup didn't work, but I'm curious to know if other people following this strategy would have taken the same thing. So, I mean, we had fair value gaps taking out these, but maybe we needed one taking out this one back here. not sure. And if this didn't work, do we then change our bias to look for longs? Don't know, too many questions. Or maybe we just don't trade on. I mean, it was kind of crap between 9:30 and 10. I think we just chalk it up as just wasn't gonna work. It's just a day that it didn't work. So now, do we change to looking to longs? Because now that we have the power of hindsight, we came up and took out stops above these highs. This swing high, this high. Market came down, took out stops beneath these. We didn't get the ones below here. But taking out the highs and taking out some of these lows, was that preparing for a continued push? I don't know. And how do I prevent from getting faked out on this setup? I've seen it before, like just scrubbing through old charts. I'll see like a fair value gap on one side and a fair value gap on the other side, and it's like, how would I know not to take the first one? And I guess that ties back with your daily bias, which admittedly I kind of didn't have one today. I don't know where the market's going up here. So I think why this wasn't a good setup, apart from obviously it didn't break this low back here, but I thought it was still a good move just because we did break this swing low, we broke this swing low, we broke this swing low with a fair value gap. However, this setup would indicate that we were probably going to get 50 points off of it, if like taking it right here at 94, just purely based on the size of the candles. But looking at today's high so far and today's low, that range is less than 100 points. So I'm assuming that just statistically that we should not be trying to get a move that's like half of the day's range. I mean, that's a lot to get on one move from one setup. So I think that's why the on the 1 minute chart, we did have some fair value gaps. This one in particular, we have the gap breaking a swing low back here, came back up into the gap. That would have netted us 20. We could have grabbed 20 points out of that. 20 points on a day that's less than 100 point range has a better probability of working out versus less than 100 point range. What is it at 40, 50, 60, 66 point range? That's bad. So taking a setup where I'm targeting 40-50 points is not realistic on a 60-point range day. I did see this setup on the 1 minute. Regardless, we kind of got in around where that would have been in, so I don't know if I would have exited for 20 points of profit. Now that I will take into account the range that we're working with, I will take that into account. So could have had 20 points on a 60-point range. It's a third of it. So maybe that we incorporate that into like our risk management and take profit. I don't know. Let me know your guys' thoughts, but sucks having 2 red days in a row, that's for sure. And yesterday I could have had that green trade in the beginning. I had to go and add on to it and then turn into a red trade. But I'm gonna stop today. That's enough. Don't want to get back more than that on one day. You guys were able to grab anything out of this mess, let me know. And let me know, like, if you follow ICT's like strategies, let me know if you would have taken this. If you did take it, what time chart did you take it on? Give me some details so I can go back and look. Because I usually at the end of the day go back and look at the chart for the whole day as a whole and kind of see what it did and see if there's any setups that would have been fruitful. But yeah, let me know. Sorry to give you guys another red video, but it is what it is. We'll come back tomorrow and try to get some money then. Have a good one.